Alice was getting restless as she sat on the bench with her sister, who was reading a storybook without any pictures or conversations. She pondered the usefulness of a storybook without pictures or words. What's the point of a storybook without pictures or words? She thought, while contemplating whether making a daisy chain or bothering to pick daisies was worth the effort. A white rabbit with pink eyes suddenly rushed by. The rabbit took out a pocket watch from its pocket, glanced at it, and then began running toward its rabbit hole. "Why are you in such a hurry?" shouted Alice, filled with curiosity. She quickly ran after the rabbit and peered into the hole. Suddenly, the hole deepened, and Alice began to fall. After a long time, she found herself facing a three-legged table entirely made of glass. On it, besides a small golden key, there was nothing else. When she looked around again, she discovered a low curtain that she hadn't noticed before, and behind the curtain was a small door about 15 centimeters high. She tried the small golden key in the lock, and the door opened immediately. Opening the door, she saw a beautiful garden inside, but the garden was so vast that reaching it seemed impossible. As she turned back towards the three-legged table, she found a green bottle with the magical words "Drink me" written on it. Filled with curiosity, Alice took the bottle and drank its contents entirely. Then, she began to shrink until she was no larger than a toy doll. When Alice shrank to the size of a toy doll, she looked around. Now a tiny creature in the midst of a gigantic garden, she felt lost. As she moved through colorful flowers and mysterious plants, the sounds of creatures and gentle breezes created a magical atmosphere. Filled with the excitement of self-discovery, Alice decided to progress further to unravel the secrets of this enchanting garden. When she reached the bank of a small river, she saw a tiny giraffe floating on the leaves. With sparkling eyes, Alice wanted to befriend the giraffe and approached it. The giraffe gracefully stretched out and took food from Alice's hand. They instantly became friends and began to wander along the riverbank together. They witnessed the colorful fish dancing in the depths of the river and accompanied the songs of tiny water fairies. After a while, Alice stumbled upon a magical forest deep within the garden. The branches of the trees intertwined, sparkling with star-like lights. As she stepped inside with curiosity, a mysterious path appeared among the trees. Alice decided to join this mysterious journey and followed the voice of her heart. Along the way, she encountered talking animals. A rabbit family shared amusing stories with her, and a hawk spoke of the mysterious clouds in the sky. While discovering the unique qualities of each, Alice learned the value of friendship and understanding. Eventually, when Alice reached the end of her mystical journey, a fascinating castle appeared before her. The gates were open, and she stepped inside. Inside, there was a grand feast table where fairy tale characters gathered. Characters like Little Red Riding Hood, the Little Prince, and Cinderella joyfully welcomed Alice, playing fun games with the fairy tale characters. Alice discovered how beautiful it was to find herself in a world full of adventures. After experiencing a magical journey, Alice returned to her normal size and back to the real world. This tale was a journey that brought Alice's imagination to life and led her into adventures. Upon her return to the real world, Alice strengthened her belief in herself and her imagination. She was now more open to noticing the extraordinary and magical details in life. Alice left behind the dull day she spent sitting on the bench with her sister. Her perspective on storybooks had also changed. She now knew that a storybook without pictures could still expand the world of imagination. Life could offer more than reality. On that evening, Alice told her sister the tale of her journey into a magical world filled with adventures. Her sister listened enchanted, and together they began creating new tales by combining their imaginations. From then on, Alice and her sister embarked on journeys to the realms of fairy tales together. They formed friendships with imagined characters and explored the magic of life together. Inspired by the fairy tale characters she met that day, Alice continued to grow as a courageous and curious child. And so, Alice's imagination and adventurous spirit persisted, never fading away within the infinite tales.